So basically, I thought some weird stuff when I was a kid. Hey Earthlings, hope you're all having a great week, and today I'm going to be talking about weird things that I thought or did when I was a child. A youngster, because I am not a child anymore. No, a 19-year-old is not a child. How sad. Although I do act like one sometimes. I thought that when people died, they died in order. So the oldest person in the world was the next person to die. When I was a kid, I thought that my parents knew a crap ton of people. The reason for this is because, you know when you're in a car and another car lets you go past or gives way to you, and so as you're going past you wave to them, or vice versa, they wave to you to say thank you. I used to take this waving, saying thank you, as my parents saying hello to people. So I just thought, wow, my parents know heaps of people, look how many people they're waving to. I mean, sometimes they did know the person, but most of the time, yeah, they were just saying thank you to the other car for letting them through. And I was like, wow, you have so many friends. I thought that my dad could see the future. This was because when I was in the car with him and we were at an intersection with traffic lights, he would be able to count down to when the traffic light was going to turn green, and he'd always be right. And I used to be like, oh my god, how do you know this? My dad must see the future. I mean, he only saw the future when traffic lights were around. But yes, and I now know from being a driver myself, I mean, I'm only on my L's, but from being a driver myself, that he would just look at the other traffic lights, and when they turned amber, he would know these ones were gonna turn green. Yeah. So my dad can't see into the future. When I was a kid, I didn't like Santa. And I don't just mean in the sense of when I was at a shopping centre and my parents wanted me to take a photo with Santa, I cried, which I did. This was more the sense that I didn't like Santa coming into our house. When my parents told me that Santa was going to be coming down the chimney to give us presents, I didn't like this idea at all. I didn't like the idea that one, a creepy old guy was going to be coming into our house, and two, I didn't like the idea that people could come down our chimneys. Like, we had two chimneys. More people could come down our chimneys. I didn't mind the Easter Bunny because it was a rabbit. I mean, it was okay with that. And I didn't mind the Tooth Fairy because she was a fairy and she was cute and small, but a creepy old guy named Santa? Yeah, no, I didn't really like him. But he had cool reindeers. Thumbs up for the reindeers. The last weird thing that I did was I was an extremely shy child. I would just not really talk very much because I didn't want to. When I was at kindergarten, I only ever said one word to my teacher, and it was on my last day, and I said goodbye. And a bonus weird thing that I did as a kid, I don't find this weird, but when I was asking my parents what weird things I did as a kid, my mum kept talking about this one, which was I always took my shoes and socks off. I hated my shoes and socks. They said that they would put shoes and socks on me, or they'd put shoes on my feet, and they'd turn around for a second, and when they looked back, I had already taken them off. If we were ever in the car, shoes were off. I can tell you now that I still do this today. This was also a problem because I have a weird thing with socks where the line where the stitching is has to be like perfectly on my feet, like across my toes, because it just feels weird and I hate it if it's not. And I'm still like this today. So they used to have to go through the effort of making sure the socks were perfect, and then the effort of actually putting my shoes on, and then I'd get in the car or something and they'd be off, and they'd have to go through the entire process again. So sorry mum and dad, but now I have to deal with it, so be happy about that. So that is all the weird things that I did as a child. I hope you enjoyed that. Before we go, today on Ludo's Shenanigans, Ludo did this. Well, I hope you liked Ludo's Shenanigans for today. Don't forget to subscribe to see whenever I upload a new video. Like this video if you liked it. Don't forget to share or comment weird things that you did when you were a child. And I will see you when I see you. Later, Earthlings.